What's up YouTube? Welcome to episode 1 of Training with Dash. Today the Dash is going to be filled by a men's physique athlete, which I have right over here. And he's going to introduce himself and we're going to go through some common men's physique questions. So, over to you.
What's up guys, I'm Nyle Nayga and I compete in men's physique. Right now I'm competing in the national level at the moment, so I'm trying to get my pro card. But I've competed in about 3 national shows so far. And my next possible show might be Junior Nationals in Chicago up in July, so we'll see how that goes.
Solid. Okay, for the people who don't know men's physique, can you tell what men's physique is? Like, what does it consist of? Like, what do the judges look for, and like when it started and stuff like that?
So men's physique obviously is a division in bodybuilding, started by the NPC. It is a division where competitors wear board shorts on stage instead of the regular trunks that bodybuilders wear. So basically the idea behind men's physique was to basically work for a physique that was more attainable, naturally attainable in a way. Something that was like pleasing, kind of more like a beach body physique than a bodybuilding physique, which nowadays has focused a lot more on mass than it has on aesthetics. So that's one reason I really like men's physique, because I personally like focusing more on the aesthetics of the physique and the shape of the physique than just the pure mass and size.
So you guys wear board shorts, you cover your legs. So do you guys actually train legs? That's a lot of people think if some people in men's physique don't train legs.
There's definitely a possibility that some people in men's physique don't train legs, that's for sure. Most men's physique athletes that I know of do continue to train legs, especially, for example, if you've seen Jeremy Buendia, his legs are absolutely massive and he squats a lot. I used to do leg day twice a week. At the moment I'm only doing it about once a week. Sometimes I'll move it up back to twice a week every now and then, but I try to keep my leg days in there, because it still matters. And they say that if you do a leg day, it just requires so much energy, and so much of your mass in your body. You kind of do naturally increase your testosterone by doing that.
To some
possibly,
extent.
To some
Maybe.
extent. But either way, I feel like the leg day will always help you, no matter what.
What are the classes in men's physique? Like, I've heard that there's like some shows have 2 or some have up to 5. So what's a class and how does that work?
In men's physique, the competitors are sorted out by height instead of in bodybuilding and classic physique where they're sorted out more by weight. Classic physique is weight and height, but anyways, in men's physique is height, and the classes used to go like from A through F, but they've added like a G and an H now, so there's a lot more classes. I don't know quite how many, but basically there's a range of different classes, starting from A being the shortest class, H or J or something being the highest class.
Or 6'5" or something.
Something tall. Something that I can't forget.
What poses do you guys have? Like, is there mandatory poses? Like classic physique, you gotta have it. Like bodybuilding, there's like front double bars and like mandatory poses. So what's the mandatory poses?
So for men's physique, there's less poses than the other 2 divisions, but they're not mandatory. It's not so much of mandatory poses, it's more that you have one kind of pose that everyone has their different kind of style, but the point of the pose is that you need to look like you're just standing there. Basically, you're supposed to look like your physique is naturally that way, right? So like in all other divisions, you have some pose where you're like, for example, doing like a
side chest,
right, and then like a
back double bicep, front double bicep.
But in men's physique, all you have is a front pose and a back pose. There used to be a side pose, but that was taken out. So the front pose depends on your own physique. You can either do a straight on, feet flat straight on like this, or like say like just have your hands on the sides, or have your hands on your hips. Either way. And then the second option, if this is better for you, usually this is better for me personally, is adding the twist to kind of make it an illusion that you have a smaller waist, right? And the twist basically requires you to stay straight like the straight on does, because what's most important in men's physique is actually the width of your shoulders, not just the V-taper. The width comes first, then is the V-taper. So make sure that you keep your body facing forward, and then twist your waist as hard as you can in the direction that you're facing, which will help make the illusion that your waist is even smaller than it really is. Something like that. And then you can put your hands on your hips on one side, or no hands on your hips at all.
What
make sure to smile.
Make sure to smile, that's crucial. Well, what does your training look like?
So right now my training consists of, I am training every day at the moment.
Okay.
It's basically a chest, back, shoulders, legs program. However, I've kind of made a slight adjustment to where one of my back days also has shoulders in it. So this time I'm working out shoulders 3 times a week, just because I'm trying to build up my X-frame a little bit more.
Okay.
So what mine looks like at the moment is back and shoulders together, chest, shoulders, back, chest, shoulders, legs. Yeah. So the first day of the week is kind of like back and shoulders together, and then each time we do shoulders, I do a different rep range. So like on my back and shoulder day, I do like 20, 25 reps. On the next day, I'll do like 8 to 10 reps, and then the next day after that is like 12 to 15. So basically incorporating a daily undulating periodization program into there, so I can try to hit every different fibers in my delts. Because then otherwise, I feel like training at a frequency of 3 times per week would not really be that beneficial, unless I really
need it.
change up the rep ranges.
So if someone wants to get started with men's physique, what should be a good starting point? Like what they should look at their physique at if they want to?
Okay, so criteria of men's physique, like I said,
Yeah.
first and most important thing is width, right? Well, obviously in all bodybuilding, the most important thing first is like conditioning,
Yeah.
and then comes like your size compared to other people. But in terms of like men's physique specifically as a division, as opposed to the others, well, the others also for width, but men's physique, it's really important to have a wide frame on top, right? If they look at this, like there's like a line that comes right across your chest. That's what they look at first, and see how wide it is. Second to that is the V taper. So, like how small your waist is compared to how wide your shoulders are. That's the next thing they look at. It's aesthetic if you have a straight line going down to your waist. That's something also that they can look for. That's why sometimes twisting helps. Because like for example, my body, I don't have a straight V taper. Mine like curves in, kind of like a Y. But when I twist, I create this straight line right down from my right shoulder down to like my hip bone. Which is something that like, it like helps with the symmetry of this, I think. And then you want to be really dry, obviously. Be as dry as you can be, so as lean as possible.
So is it good to look super vascular on stage? So like when you look full, like you carb up before a show, you look full and you look less vascular to some extent.
Right.
And then there's a look where you're like super flat but you look kind of vascular. So you want like a balance of both, or you want like just looking full, hard and dry?
Full hard and dry, basically. The vascularity doesn't matter too much, but it might
like
help.
bodybuilding vascularity is like something they look for.
Yeah, they don't look for that in men's physique.
Okay.
I think leanness comes first, and then second is how full you are. Because men's physique isn't all about size, right? It's about aesthetics. So.
Solid. Hopefully that answers a lot of your questions for men's physique. I'm gonna train with him, and what are we doing today?
So we're doing shoulders today. We'll be doing a lot of lateral raises today.
Solid. So I might throw his workout on the screen right now because I like editing videos, and I'm gonna edit this workout so it looks cooler. And I'm gonna drop the edit and then watch that. Next week we are filming with different people. This entire series, Training with Dash, is gonna comprise of different styles of fitness. So hit the like button, subscribe, share, comment, and I'll see you guys next week.
So the key to doing the lateral raises is most people externally rotate their arms when they're doing the lateral raises. So you usually end up seeing their dumbbells above their elbows, right? But the key to lateral raises, especially to hit your mid delt, is to lead with your elbows and point your thumbs towards the ground. So by internally rotating your shoulders, you better focus your mid delt, and you don't put your shoulder at risk of injury as much as if you were twisting it, externally rotating it while you're doing the lateral raise. Used to doing the face pulls, internally rotate your arms all the way as much as you can, and then while you're pulling them towards your forehead, pull the rope apart using your delts.
Solid.
Do the best you can to not activate your biceps. So the way that I do that is I actually focus on my triceps and my rear delts when I'm pulling it apart. Yep,
And then the reason I'm like sitting on the floor is because the weight's just a little heavy for me to like balance backwards. So it's easier for me to just sit on the floor straight and bring it straight to my forehead.
This is just a standard front raise, but with your cables. So that way you feel pressure and you feel the force throughout more of the range of motion instead of just mostly when you're holding it horizontally, right? Because it's a little bit behind you. So that way you're feeling force at all points of the range of motion. And I just stand next to the cable and do a regular front raise. But when you're doing the front raise, you want to internally rotate your arm, because if you're not internally rotating it, you can still kind of put your shoulder at risk. There's kind of a weird medium between doing kind of like a front press and externally rotating your arm, and then keeping it internally rotated. For some reason, like keeping it somewhere in the middle kind of like is an uncomfortable and unnatural position. I don't have any science behind that, it's just something that I felt. But either way, I either do a front raise completely internally rotated, or I'll do a press completely externally rotated, right? There's so many different ways you can do it. Honestly, it doesn't matter which angle you do it as long as you're focusing on your rear delts. Like this rear delts really requires a lot of mind to muscle, right? But the way that I like to do it is imagining that I'm doing like a face pull.
Yep.
But instead of pulling the rope, I'm pulling the cables apart, right? So I'm still externally rotating my arms by the time that I reach the end of the range of motion. That's it.